Hello, 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 and welcome to another edition of the Brian Colletto Show here on my YouTube channel and wherever you may listen to podcasts in the future, although currently I only post them on here. So, this is going to be another quick one. So, tonight, uh, I would like to talk about a few things regarding autism because that's what people will come here for. Because when I talk about my show, I talk about autism. So I was reading a post about a young kid who likes to go to the mall, but he views the mall from a stroller. And for people his age, they've usually grown out of that stroller. But for this particular kid that I read about, it's what makes him feel comfortable with everything that is going on, all the noise, all the people, the many stores, the lighting from the windows. It can be overwhelming. And so it all comes down to one thing that is said a lot that I know oftentimes is easier said than done or executed, and that is don't judge a book by its cover. Um, you know, it's easy to say that if somebody looks very abnormal on the outside, but if it's not so obvious, then people assume, and the best idea is to not do that. Now, speaking from personal experience, I wasn't much of a mall goer when I was a kid, and I'm still not much of a mall goer now. But when I do go, I enjoy it. Um, Nothing really overwhelms me about going to a mall, but I was exposed to enough as a kid with dealing with some noises and some crowds, particularly within public school, that it was okay for me. Now, my journey was a bit different, and so that's why I could adapt to all of that. But the reason I'm not much of a mall goer is because I'm not one to buy too many things. And also, I don't usually find people to go to the mall with either. And I'm okay with that. Um, I will also say too that this was brought up over the weekend with my regular family, my parents, and without getting into too many details on here, what I will say is that I did essentially remind or let them know that the inspiration for where I get these ideas to do videos from is the people that I've met from all over the world virtually through so many different platforms uh, that comment on my posts everywhere. And without that inspiration, I don't know that I would be doing this today or doing the reels that I do today to help educate about autism, or have the inspiration to eventually travel outside of my state and to eventually be part of big conferences in my life. I do understand we all start somewhere, and sometimes it's good to just start where you are locally and just keep going with it and seeing who is receptive, who will respond, and help you to gain those opportunities while you do your part. And so that's what I can say about all of that. As for anything that I attended last week, well, I I only attended one event last week, and I had to leave and come back because I had car keys um, that were my mother's by mistake, and had to get them back. Um, but otherwise, I enjoyed the event, and I only worked 2 days last week because we had a little bit of snow and definitely some ice in my area. So, not much of travel last week for me. And that is what I've got for tonight's show. So, if anybody listens to any second of this or listens to the entire thing, I want to thank you ahead of time and in advance for that. And hopefully, I'll be back next week with another show. And until then, I send you all love, light, blessings, and peace.